When I bought my house, all I wanted was a quiet corner of the neighborhood where I could enjoy my mornings, sip coffee on my porch, and let my dog run around the yard. But almost immediately after moving in, I noticed something strange. People, mostly from the HOA, bored, kept walking straight across my lawn like it was a public sidewalk. At first, I brushed it off. Maybe they were just taking a shortcut. Maybe they didn't realize this wasn't a common area. But then came her, the one every neighborhood. Seems cursed to have the HOA president, Karen. One morning, I opened the blinds and saw Karen dragging a rolling cart filled with papers, cutting right across my freshly seeded grass without a care in the world. I stepped outside politely and said, "Ma'am, could you please walk around? This is my private lawn." She didn't even slow down. She just shot back, "This is the access route for HOA business. You bought a home with shared responsibility. Try reading your bylaws." And that was the moment. I knew this wasn't going to be simple. Over the next week, the trampling continued. HOA members crossed my lawn again and again, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day, leaving muddy footprints, killing patches of new grass and scaring my dog. One afternoon, I saw Karen leading an entire group of residents straight across my yard like she was conducting a tour. When I confronted her, she waved her hand dismissively and said, "It's just grass. It grows back. But community access is more important." That's when I finally pulled out the bylaws she kept throwing at me, and guess what? There was absolutely nothing stating that my yard was considered an access path. In fact, the rules clearly said homeowners had complete rights over their private property. So now I wasn't just annoyed, I was motivated. I started documenting everything. Pictures of the footprints, videos of people crossing, timestamps, even recordings of Karen insisting it was HOA property. When I finally presented the HOA with my evidence at their monthly meeting, Karen rolled her eyes and laughed in front of everyone. "If you don't like it," she said, "put up a fence. Otherwise, stop complaining." That was the moment the idea hit me. If she wanted a fence, I would give her something better, something she would never forget. The next morning, I went to a local hardware store and got exactly what I needed. A set of motion-activated sprinklers, the kind meant to scare off raccoons and stray dogs. I installed 3 of them along the exact path Karen and her followers loved to use. They were invisible from the street, silent until triggered, and extremely effective. Then I sat back and waited. The very next day, right on schedule, I saw Karen marching toward my yard with her usual stack of HOA papers. The moment she stepped onto the grass, the sprinklers launched into action, spraying a cold, powerful jet of water straight at her legs, her blouse, her perfectly styled hair.